Good morning. Happy Tuesday, Dinger Tuesday, August 12th. We got ourselves another MLB slate breakdown. Make sure you guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, you do drop a subscription and you follow and you comment and you like this video. We post these every single day. These breakdowns are extremely fun for me because I like to get the engagement and the interaction with all of you, see what you're taking, and then also show off the website that I've built and how successful it has been over the last 2 years since the product came out across 5 different sports. Yeah, at the bottom of the screen, let's go kind of jump right into things here. Actually, I do want to be transparent. So the last 2 days, I've showed you guys all my big wins, right? Yesterday was a rough day. I had no conviction in my plays, and we lost, man. I took Kerry Carpenter. I don't remember doing this. I do not remember doing this. Whoops. Did this hit? Probably missed. Everything missed pretty much. Yeah, so that missed. I didn't really have any conviction in these plays. Kerry Carpenter, I was like, okay, I thought that was... I did like this one. I know I liked Nick Kurtz. He finished with 1, so he missed 2. This one, I had no conviction in it. If you guys were on the stream yesterday, you saw we were talking about the money lines and everything. I was like, oh, there's not a ton of value. I mean, I guess there's value on the underdog. I didn't have enough conviction to take the Pirates outright to win. So I thought maybe they'd keep it close. Mainly that was a play against Quintana, who actually did suck, but somehow the Pirates couldn't score. And then also Twins against the Yankees. This was close. I mean, going into the 9th inning, it was a 1-run game, and then somehow they blew it. But I had no conviction in these plays yesterday. So yesterday was a rough day for me after back-to-back 3 out of 4 days. We had an offer. I had an offer on my funding challenge here. So I'll show you the good days. I'll show you the bad days. Yesterday was a rough one. We're not going to win them all. Let's hope today's better, though. Hopefully we have some more conviction. T-Bully in the chat. Just smacked him yesterday, bro. Josh Bell, Max Muncy, Brandon Lowe, $5 to $755. Congrats, T-Bully. You deserve it. You deserve it. Junior and Shea, 2-man homer saved you last night. Okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, that game was the home run game. Like it we talked about it on the stream. Most of the games we didn't see a lot of home run plays we liked. There were some good call-outs yesterday, though, I will say. So yesterday, one of the long shots that I mentioned was Paul DeJong. He hit a home run, so that was a good one. Obviously, the A's versus the Rays, I said there was like 7 guys you could take with Soderstrom, Caminero, Shea. So Shea and Junior both hit one, and Soderstrom. Actually, all 3 of those guys did. Kurtz did not, and Yandy Diaz did not, and neither did Rookers. So half the guys we talked about yesterday, I mean, that's why I said those games are so hard, because you never know who to take when there's 6 options for a home run. But Dean Wright, good job for you, kind of splitting it up into a little 2-man with 2 guys you liked, and that fell your way. Outside of that, man, there was kind of nothing going on. Schwarber did hit a home run. We talked about that, but I also told you I would never touch it at plus 130. I didn't care if he hit a home run, whatever. I'm not taking that plus 230 or 130. I mean, some of the guys we liked yesterday didn't, just unlucky, man. Mickey Moniak hit one to the wall. Riley Green hit a double. So, wasn't our day yesterday. The slate wasn't really that good, and just kind of is what it is. So let's get into today. One thing I do want to show is the 1 to 1,000 challenge, which is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. We haven't talked about this challenge much on the stream lately. It is there every day, but we haven't talked about it. Here's today's slip. Feeling pretty good about it. I'm going to give away exactly half to somebody who uses rootbets.com. So all the users, some of you guys are in the stream right now. Some of you guys are watching on YouTube, and some of you are not even joined yet, but you want to. You can use the code at the bottom of the screen for 25% off, code ROOT. Get access to the tool I'm about to show you. But if this hits today, and I'll probably run this every single day actually moving forward, I will split half of the winnings with a giveaway in the Discord for somebody that's a rootbets.com user. So this will hit. This will hit. We've gone 3 out of 4 many, many times. We're only on day 65 of a 1,000-day challenge, basically. So this will hit, and half the winnings will go to somebody in the Discord. Today, that half is $565 if this hits. So if you want to join rootbets.com, get access to an amazing tool. It's also a good way to potentially get an extra $500. So come join. Come join. That'll be a fun one if that hits. Discord's going to go crazy. But we will do a fair giveaway. Anyways, that's cool. You gave Buzzy his own channel. He had his own channel during the NBA too for a while. Buzzy'd been around for a while. He left at the end of the NBA season. He had some issues with his login. Things weren't working on the tech side. And and then he wanted to come back for MLB. We talked about it, and gave him back his channel. But he had one for a while prior in the year, so it wasn't like he was a new guy that just hopped in and I just tossed him a channel immediately. We'd had some history. Game 1, Mariners, Orioles. Okay. Mariners minus 166. George Kirby versus Dean Kremer. Interesting. This feels a lot like those games we looked at yesterday with the Twins, the Pirates, the White Sox, who actually did cover, but the other two didn't, where it's an underdog that is worth it technically on the money line, but you just don't want to take them. So I probably would stay away from this one for money line wise, even though the Orioles do have a little bit of value here at plus 140. I just don't feel confident in these dogs going up against playoff teams. Pitch mix kind of validates that I don't think it's really worth it. So I would stay away from that one on the money line. I don't think the Mariners are worth it, though. This could be a potentially high-scoring game here. No, over-under is 9.5, so that doesn't really leave you with any room. But there are some good home run options here. I mean, Cal Raleigh's at plus 126. What are we doing? It's not a feasible play to take. It's just not possible, man. I mean, I guess technically it is because Schwarber hit yesterday plus 136, but plus 126 for Cal Raleigh, I would not touch that. He does look decent, though, with a 31% chance. I do also like Suarez here. Suarez at plus 350, that's a good play. Plus 400 on MGM. Suarez has some good value here for a home run today. I do think he's pretty solid. Randy Arozarena on here as well, plus 420. It's not as bad. I think Suarez has the most value for the price, but Suarez, Arozarena, and Cal all look like they're in a good situation to hit a home run today. They all are in a good situation to hit a home run today. So, yeah, you're going to have to kind of take your pick, I guess, right? I would go Suarez. Outside of that, though, I mean, the Mariners, they're not a really big, like, hits, runs, and RBIs pass the baton type of team, so I don't think it's worth really going that deep on them for hits, runs, and RBIs. On the Orioles here, bad pitch mixes after bad pitch mix after bad pitch mix against George Kirby. These guys do not match up well. The only one who's even like close to being okay is Gunnar, 407. Andy 6 for 13 with a homer against Kirby. So Gunnar could be a solid option today for general props if you needed somebody. But I probably wouldn't like to be too involved in the Orioles today. Weather is good, though, for home runs. It is very solid, which is probably also why Cal Raleigh's at plus 126. So, Game 2, Marlins, Cardinals. Or Guardians, sorry. Marlins, Guardians. You would take Kirby over on K's? Well, what's his line? I don't know. I'm not a really big strikeout guy. I don't take him often. His line's 5.5 minus 138. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. I don't know. We'll look at that at the end and kind of look at the rankings and that part of the site. But I'm not a huge fan of strikeout plays, especially when you get into the 6, 7, 8 range. Unless it's like plus money, I generally would stay away. But that's just me. If you're looking for the strikeout king, go talk to Goat or Hundo. Those guys do. That's all they do is strikeouts. I feel like. Or I never take strikeouts. I'm more on a batter prop guy. But I mean, it looks like he should get to 6. Not much more. Guardians, Marlins. I like the Marlins as a dog today. Jansen Junk versus Logan Allen. Now, that being said, Jansen Junk is starting to give up some homers. His last 2 starts, we raved about how Jansen Junk doesn't give up home runs. But since then, he's been getting attacked a bit on the home run side. His numbers still do look good on the year, though. They still do look good on the year. But I do like the Marlins as a dog today against the Guardians, against Logan Allen. Pitch mix-wise, I mean, Ramirez is always pretty solid against lefties. 1.90 total bases per hit's a good number. It is a good number. Let's see. Stowers could be okay for hits, runs, and RBIs. He hits for good average. He only has 1 homer against lefties, I think. Yeah. He only has 1 homer against lefties. But he could be a good option today for maybe hits, runs, and RBIs. He just doesn't do a lot of slugging against lefties. It's more of like he gets single after single. So maybe like Kyle Stowers for a single today could be a good play. That could be a solid one with a 5.78 pitch mix. On the Guardians, yeah, these guys don't look that good against junk. Quan, nah. Jose Ramirez, not really standing out. Yeah, these guys just do not really stand out that much against Jansen Junk's pitch mix. So, Marlins on the money line, I do like that play. It's probably the best play in this game. Game 3, Phillies, Reds. Reds plus 130. Phillies minus 154. Yeah, Phillies at minus 154 is not bad. They should win this game. Ranger Suarez against Brady Singer. Schwarber, once again, looks like he's probably got a good chance to hit a home run today at 28%. Yesterday, he was a little higher in the 30s and he hit one. But today, he's also at plus 136 once again. So his odds for a home run, just like, if you took like a Kyle Schwarber, Cal Raleigh home run slip, it's not even a 10x payout. It's like taking, basically, it's no different than taking like the Orioles on the money line and like the Phillies to win the game. It's terrible. Terrible, man. I don't know what you do with that. Maybe you go him for total bases, but that's also probably juiced. So it's just like you got to stay away from guys like that, I feel like. Harper does look pretty good today, though, for hits, runs, and RBIs. I don't mind Harper for hits, runs, and RBIs today. I take that back. I don't know that I love it. It's kind of really Schwarber. I mean, Trey Turner's okay, though. Yeah, Trey Turner with his fastball and slider combo here, I think he's pretty solid today. Those are the two main pitches he's going to see, and he's good against both of those. Yeah, Trey Turner for hits, runs, and RBIs would be a good play. 68% chance he goes over 1.5. On the other side, against Ranger Suarez, yikes. Not a whole lot. Really not a whole lot. Austin Hayes is 3 for 8. He has 344 versus lefties. Against the pitch mix this year, though, really bad against the cutter. And Ranger has a really good cutter. It's his best pitch. Ranger's good again. He's got a good pitch everywhere, though. Yeah, the only pitch Austin Hayes has been good at is a fastball. So he could do some work off this fastball here 43% of the time. But Austin Hayes, bad pitch mix, but he's got really the only guy worth taking from anything on the Reds today, I guess. But yeah, not a huge fan. Game 4, Twins, Yankees. Yeah, Twins magic is kind of fading away. Yankees, we talked about it yesterday, man. If they hit home runs, they win games, and that's the only way they win games. And yesterday, what do? They hit like 3 or 4 home runs. The only way they win games, man, is if they hit those homers. Today they got maybe Thomas Hatch, maybe Pearson Ole. We don't really know who's pitching for the Twins yet. They're still at TBD. I've seen both names. Yeah, it's kind of a nothing burger for who's pitching for them, really. We'll have to see what that finally ends up being. There's not really many people to take on the Twins outside of Buxton today. Maybe Wallner. Wallner against lefties. Interesting. 3 homers. 2.30 total bases per hit. I mean, he's got some good slug against lefties there. His odds are plus 360, and he's only available on like half the books. So it makes me think he might not play. And Byron Buxton is available on most books. He's not available on FanDuel. But Buxton's also a pretty solid option for home run today. If he plays, he's a pretty good option too. So Wallner or Buxton looks solid today for homers. Austin Martin, ignore this. Small sample size, only 8 at-bats. So he's got a Linsanity run in basically 2 games. Doesn't mean anything. On the other side, Jazz looks good. Judge looks good for a home run, and so does Trent. These 3 all look like they have a good probability to hit one today. Jazz is due. I think Jazz is really due. Trent, yeah, these guys both look pretty good today. Judge is sitting at plus 140. So now, if you take Cal, Judge, and Schwarber, you maybe get to a 10x on that slip, which is just insane to me. That's just so bad. That's the terrible value for a 3-leg home run play. It's about as negative expected value as you can get on a play, but 23% chance he is the highest on this team. Other than that, Yankees probably win that game, but I don't think there's much value in them. what was it, 5 here? Cubs, Blue Jays. Blue Jays minus 124. I do like that play. Ben Brown stinks going up against Jose Barrios. Ben Brown is rough. Against Jose Barrios, though, Michael Busch looks good for a homer today. So does PCA. I think you could take either Busch or PCA for a home run. Both are close to that 20% mark. Good pitch mixes for both of them as well. If you don't want to take them for home runs, Michael Busch as a hits, runs, and RBIs guy or total bases could be a really good play today too. So you got a couple options here on the Cubs that look pretty decent. Michael Busch on the pitch mix here. Really, he does a lot of work on that changeup. Changeup is where he does damage. And PCA does work on cutters, I guess. Oh, and curveball. That curveball, yeah. PCA does attack the curveball. So, you got some options here with PCA and Busch. On the other side here, Barger looks pretty good. Dalton Varsho looks really good. Dalton Varsho is awesome. Man, he was so good to take at the beginning of the year before he got hurt. 11 homers and 90 at-bats. Those are Kyle Schwarber numbers. 2.86 total bases per hit versus righties, and he's going up against a meatball thrower. Dalton Varsho, I think, is someone you should very highly consider today for a home run. I really like Dalton Varsho for a home run today. Pitch mix is neutral. It's not great, not bad, but these power numbers versus righties against a meatball thrower, it's really good. Right below him would be Addison Barger as another option. He's another really good option. Very similar on the pitch mix. A little bit less slug, but still really good. Just more at bats, essentially, is what that is. Vladdy could be great for hits, runs, and RBIs today. Same with Lucas. Lucas for a home run, plus 875. That's a good long shot. Lucas at plus 875. It's not a terrible long shot. Yeah, you got a lot of options here on the Blue Jays, I think, to really find hits, runs, and RBIs. Especially against Ben Brown. This is a really good matchup for these guys today. Loper Fido, another really good option. You got so many picks on this team that you can take. Slice it however you want. So, Game 6, Braves-Mets. Mets minus 112. Yeah, Braves is a dog. I mean, there's not really much value at plus 116. It's pretty fair value on this one. There's really not a whole lot for the money line here. But Braves is a dog. It's not bad at plus 116. Spencer Strider versus Clay Holmes. Definitely a pitching advantage to the Braves today. So that does help the underdog case at plus 116. Hitter-wise against Clay Holmes, I mean, it's really hard to look at a lot of props for these Braves. There's not anybody that's consistent enough, especially for home runs. Hits, runs, and RBIs, it'd probably be Olsen or Baldwin. That's about it. On the other side here, Soto does look good for a home run today. I do like a Juan Soto home run play today. Pete Alonso, he's more of a hits, runs, and RBIs guy for me today. And Lindor also potentially, if he can break his cold streak. I don't know that I would try to time that, though. But Soto for a home run today is probably the best play on the Mets. Everything else is kind of mid. So yeah, I mean, plus 116 Braves money line is not a bad play. Game 7, Tigers, White Sox. White Sox, Jack Flaherty versus Mike Vasil. I mean, this is tough. You can't take the White Sox on the money line here. I know it says that I have them with a 57% chance to win this game, but Vasil doesn't have a big enough sample size of pitching. If you really wanted to take an underdog long shot, you could. Mainly because Flaherty does throw meatballs as well. He does throw meatballs. Yeah, maybe the White Sox do win this game, but I think that's a hard one to take with a small sample size pitcher. I mean, pitch mixes against him do look not that great, but once again, small sample size, so I would just revert more towards batting average here and look at guys like Riley Green as hits, runs, and RBIs candidates, or for total bases, or Kerry Carpenter, or Colt Keith, or Gleyber Torres. Like, you could take some options here to get like a hit or for hits, runs, and RBIs against the White Sox today. But on the other side, I mean, Lennon, Sosa, and Colson Montgomery. 2 days in a row, we've called Colson to hit a home run. Today, he looks great again. I don't know that he's going to go 3 days in a row with a homer, but he does look pretty good. And he's got a meatball thrower. So this is not a terrible matchup for Colson Montgomery today. It's really not. I could see him hitting it again. You could ride him while he's hot here. Plus 450, plus 500. It's good odds. It's good odds. And Lennon Sosa at plus 520, also good odds. Pitch mix is a little low for Lennon, though. But he's good odds. You could also just take them for total bases instead, or hits, runs, and RBIs. Game 8, Pirates, Brewers. Skeens versus Peralta. Yeah, there's probably not much run production here. Or maybe there is, but it's over under 6.5. Yeah, I don't know how you take any player props in this game. The money line is Pirates plus 108. So the value is, I guess, Brewers minus 126. It's a literal 50-50 coin flip game for me. Great ballpark factor, though, for home runs. The only problem is neither of these pitchers... Well, I mean, Freddie does give up some home runs, but Skeens doesn't. O'Neal Cruz is 1 for 10 with a homer against Freddie. He would be the guy. O'Neal Cruz would be the guy for a home run today on this team, in this game in general. Against Skeens, these guys actually have some decent numbers. 3 for 8. Contreras probably doesn't. Yeah, 0 for 6. Terang, maybe he has someone. Yeah, 1 for 8. Collins, 0 for 1. Sal, 0 for 8. Okay, so these guys don't have that good of numbers against Skeens, except for Yelich. Yeah, it's hard to take any player props here. If you look at, we can look at strikeouts really quickly because that's probably what a lot of people want to see. Skeens can give up a homer if needed. Yeah. Let's look at the thing that's coming out today. Skeens' home run rate, 1% of batters hit a home run on him. Whereas Freddie, almost 3%, but still both are below league average. So both are better than league average. But Skeens strikeouts 6.5. Eesh, not really much there. And Peralta 6.5. Eesh. Both guys at like 6.8. Yeah, there's not much. There's just really nothing in this game. Sit back and watch this one and enjoy. I guess that's like kind of all you can do. Possibly a nerfy, but let me guess. What's the nerfy? All right. Before you pause this video and comment if you think it's going to be better odds than minus 160 or worse odds than minus 160. Better being like minus 130, minus 140. Worse odds than minus 160 being like minus 180, minus 200. Give me your guess in the comments on what you think this nerfy is going to be. I'm guessing it's going to be worse than minus 160. So like minus 165, something like that. Ha! I win. Minus 186. Minus 186 is the result. So if you took worse than minus 160, you win. I have it at minus 140. Minus 186 for a nerfy is just ridiculous. Honestly, taking your fee is plus 144 only. That's pretty much fair value. Huh. That's a terrible nerfy at minus 186, man. Holy cow. Jeez. Yeah, there's nothing in that one. Nats, Royals. Royals minus 197. They're minus 184 on the line. Yeah, Royals are fair value to win the game. Parker versus Waka. Waka's been pretty solid. Let's just quickly look at Waka's numbers this year. Once again, this feature is coming out on the site, hopefully today. If not today, probably tomorrow. He's better than he's about league average with strikeouts, better than league average with home runs, better than league average with hits, better than league average with walks, and better than league average with runs per inning pitched. Waka's been really good this year, sneaky good. No one talks about him, but he's been sneaky good this year. Yeah, so I wouldn't really take anybody on the Nats today. Bobby Witt does look pretty good today, although this is a really weird thing. 87 at bats, not a single home run versus left-handed pitching for Bobby Witt this year. Just got out of a commercial. What feature? Pitcher research. So being able to click on pitchers' names and getting some data on pitchers, their stats versus league average. So you know how you can click on the batters? We'll be able to click on the pitchers now. But Bobby Witt, 0 home runs against lefties this year. Very interesting. Very weird. He does look outstanding, though, for hits, runs, and RBIs today or total bases. 61% for total bases, 68% chance to go over on hits, runs, and RBIs. So I do like Bobby Witt today. Only other guy I kind of am interested in would be Michael Garcia, but really it's probably just Bobby Witt. And then, Royals and the money line do look pretty good today. Game 10, Rockies, Cardinals. Cardinals minus 188. It's not a bad price. Kyle Freeland going up against Matthew Liberatore. Liberatore's been pretty solid this year. He's been all right for a lefty. He's not bad. So that's why you see a lot of low home run probabilities for the Rockies today. Jordan Beck and Tovar, I do like both of those guys against lefties. Not for home runs, but for like general props. Jordan Beck to get a hit against lefties has been pretty free. 323 batting average. It's been good to me when I've taken it this year. On the other side, Ivan Herrera, I'm going to keep chasing him. I'm going to chase him against lefties, man. He's 1 for 3 with a homer against Kyle Freeland. 7 homers and 61 at bats, 2.19 total bases per hit versus lefties. I'm going to chase it again today on the 1 to 1,000. I am. He hits way too good against lefties for me to not chase that today. Wilson Contreras is the other guy I would take on the Cardinals today. He also is really good against lefties. So you could also take Wilson Contreras. If you want to do it for a home run, I understand, but I'm going with Herrera in this one. Game 11, Dbacks, Rangers. Rangers, Dbacks technically as underdog plus 124 is not bad here. DeSclafani versus Jack Leiter. Against Jack Leiter, Ketel Marte and Corbin Carroll both look pretty solid today for general props. You could ride either of these guys for general props today. I wouldn't really touch anybody else. On the other side, I mean, against DeSclafani, Rowdy actually has pretty solid home run odds. I think he hit one yesterday, though. Outside of that, Corey Seager, Marcus Semien for hits, runs, and RBIs, general props. Wyatt Langford for general props today is pretty solid, too. Any of these top 3 general props would not touch him for home runs, though. Like a Seager hits, runs, and RBIs play today could be solid. So kind of just the superstars in this game, really. I mean, money line-wise, Dbacks is a better play, in my opinion. Game 12, Red Sox, Astros. We got a revenge game here for Alex Bregman. Red Sox on the money line at plus 100. I like that play. Dustin May versus Spencer Spaghetti Arrighetti. I do like the Red Sox to win this game, and I like Bregman to go deep. Wilyer Abreu to go deep is also a solid play. So you got 2 options for home runs on this team today. Bregman or Wilyer Abreu. And then pretty much all these guys for hits, runs, and RBIs. Seba, we just talked about it. It's terrible value. Minus 186 is an awful nerfy price. Horrendous nerfy price. It's a horrendous nerfy price. Also, Freddie Peralta kind of stinks in the first inning. Usually his first inning and his last inning are his 2 bad ones, and he's really good throughout the rest of the start. So first inning he struggles, and then probably like the 5th inning he struggles, or maybe the 6th. But everything in between 2nd through 4th or 5th, he's pretty good. Both for Ks then, we talked about that as well. There's no value on it at 6.5. There's nothing in that game. 6.5 Ks is a high line for both guys. If I had to pick one, I'd probably lean more towards Skeens getting over 6.5, though. I would rather lean towards Skeens if I had to pick one of the 2. But they're both just tough. Oh, you take Alt? Yeah. I mean, I think both get to 6, but getting to 7 is pretty tight. Anyways, Wilyer Abreu, Bregman both look really good here, and then pretty much everybody for hits, runs, and RBIs on the Red Sox looks like they're in play today to consider to take. On the Astros, I do like Pena, I do like Altuve, and I do like Sanchez today. I think the top of the order here looks pretty good, and then there's a pretty big drop-off for the bottom of the order. There's a pretty big drop-off here for these guys. But these top 3 all look pretty good for general props today. Total bases or hits, runs, and RBIs. So there's a lot of options in this game offensively for props. My favorite play, though, is probably Bregman. My favorite play in this entire game is Bregman. Multiple reasons. He looks really good on the pitch mix. He's got a good home run probability. He's got good total bases, good hits, runs, and RBIs. And he's playing his old team at his old stadium. I think he goes deep today in Houston. So He's on the 1 to 1,000. Game 13, Dodgers Angels. Emmett Sheehan versus Victor Medeiros. Interesting. Small sample size pitcher here for Medeiros. Don't even think he has more than 4 innings this year. Dodgers minus 180. I just think that's a crazy price. I don't think they're worth it. Shohei, 26% chance at a home run today. Plus 285 fair value. He's sitting at plus 186. Now that is 4 guys in the plus 100s. You take all 4 of them, you still probably don't even get. You probably don't even. Do you get to 15x? I don't know. Let's find out. 3, 4. So we had a 126. We had a 136. We had a 146. And we have a 186. So you get a 4-leg home run parlay will pay you plus 36.53. Huh. That's so bad, man. That is so bad. You could take a like a plus 420 Bregman and a plus 360 or a plus 450. No, you need a plus 520 Ivan Herrera and you get to the same price. Ivan Herrera and Bregman, you could do a 2-leg here. It's actually 525, and you get basically to the same price as taking a 4-leg home run play. That just blows my mind. When we're looking at basically similar probabilities for all 6 of those guys, we're looking within 5 to 10% chance on all of them. Insane. Anyways, Ohtani, 26% chance at a home run today. Probably clears his total bases. He's in a decent matchup. Will Smith, Freddie Freeman, like pretty much all. Like, it's the same story every day with the Dodgers. Like these guys all on paper look pretty good today for hits, runs, and RBIs. Specifically, Will Smith and Freddie Freeman, I feel like are the 2 best value plays always. Shohei's lines are always cooked. Angels just I don't see much. I mean Zach Neto, I guess. Zach Neto looks like he matches up pretty okay. Yeah, probably would stay away from the Angels offensively for props today. But Neto could be a good option for hits, runs, and RBIs. Game 14, Padres, Giants. This is a good game for long shot home run plays. Moneyline wise, Giants. I think the Giants win this game. Nestor Cortez he's not that good, man. Nestor Cortez, only his 2nd start back from being injured. He had a really bad start to the year, got hurt, and he came back, and he's only in 1 game, but Robbie Ray versus Cortez. I mean, these guys are pretty bad against lefties, man. The Padres are just not that good against lefties. The Padres, the only way they win this game is if they can get to their bullpen with a lead, which I don't know how they're going to do that. First 5 innings, definitely have the Giants winning the first 5 here. So maybe taking the Giants' first 5 innings could be a good play to try to avoid that bullpen. First half money line here. Giants minus 138 for the first 5. I do like that a lot. I think that's a good play. I really like that. Not many props you can take on the Padres today. But bye Fuzz. Thank you for the raid. Home run wise, though, there are some long shots in this game. It is a negative 25% ballpark factor. It kind of always is at Oracle Park. Home runs can be hit at Oracle Park. It's just harder than everywhere else. But in a matchup like this against Nestor Cortez, who, let's just pull him up again real quick. Nestor, he's given up home runs this year. Obviously, small sample size. He hasn't pitched that much. He has not pitched that much. He's giving up a home run to 10% of batters that he faces this year. 10% of batters he faces this year have hit a home run. 1 out of every 10 guys hit a home run against him this year. Like, yeah, obviously that's going to drop. That number's going to come back down. But right now it's really high. I think we try to take advantage of it with plus 550 home run lines for guys like Rafael Devers, Willie Adames. That's why we have Willie on the 1 to 1,000 today. Willie, he stinks against lefties for batting average. Only 165, but he's hitting them for power. 2.06 total bases per hit. So when he does get a hit against lefties, it goes. Just strikes out a ton. But 5 homers, yeah, he could definitely do it today against a guy who throws a home run ball 10% of his batters he faces. So I think there's a lot of long shot home run options here. These 2 are just small sample size. Matos might not even play. He does have really good slugging against lefties. He could be a good long shot, Luis Matos. But I don't think he's playing. Is he even on the team? I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know why that got imported. So, in Game 15, Rays A's. I feel like every time you take someone to hit a home run at that park, they never hit one, and the ones that never hit a home run increase their single-digit total. It's a tough park, man. It is a tough park to get home run plays on. But for me today, especially for a 1-to-1,000 challenge, it's worth those odds to me. I purely would take that on like if you're taking any of those Giants for a home run, it's got to be on like your mega long shot slips. You know what I mean? It's got to be on your mega long shot slips, not on your expecting to hit slips. A's -110. Yeah, A's are fair value to win this game today. Shane Baz versus Lopez. Yesterday we liked the Rays to win on the value. Who won yesterday? The Rays won. Okay. Haha. There were people in here yesterday who liked the A's. I understand why. But we talked about the game was essentially a coin flip with on the line. It was basically a 50-50 on the line. But the price that we had for the Rays was slightly better than a 50-50. So it gave you a little bit of value on taking the Rays yesterday, which ended up winning. So that's why we take those types of plays if you took it. But you cashed on the Rays yesterday? Nice. Today, I mean, the A's, they're -110. There's really not much value on it. -112. Like, it's fair value. It's not like you're getting a big advantage on this price here. Once again, close to a 50-50 game. And once again, very good game for home runs, just like yesterday. This ballpark is just a little league ballpark that people can easily hit home runs in. Yandy Diaz once again looks decent today. Junior Caminero is probably my favorite play in this game. Yeah. Obviously, you could take any of these guys for hits, runs, or RBIs, but if we're looking just at home runs, it'd be Yandy and Caminero again. And then on the other side, Rooker looks great, Kurtz looks great, Shea looks great, Soderstrom looks great. You got 4 guys here that look good. So once again, another day with 6 options in this game for home runs. Yesterday we had people who took Junior and Shea. It hit. Maybe today you run that back, or you switch it up and you go Kurtz and Yandy. I don't know. Or you go Kurtz and Brent. It's just such a good game for home runs, which makes it really hard. Obviously, Kurtz could be a good option today for total bases as well. He's been, even though he hasn't hit a home run in a while, he's been cashing his total bases of 1.5 very often. Eugenio Suarez went down to +240? Really? Well, that was a quick drop. Wow. Darn, I didn't even get him in yet. That sucks. Yeah, he's at 240 now. Wow. Well, he's still at 375 on MGM. Yeah, that's one we're going to want to go lock in. One you're going to want to lock in if you have MGM or DraftKings. He's still in the 300s on both of those. He's 420. No, yeah, he's 375 on MGM. So, all right, let's go look at those top leaderboards here. Oops. So strikeout-wise, we talked about it. Yeah, I mean, Skeens and Freddie both at about 6. Like, they're tough. Freddie's matchup's pretty good today, actually. But these guys are tough to clear a 6.5 line. All the top strikeout guys today all have pretty rough matchups, except for Freddie and Kirby. If we look at who has the best matchups today, Sheehan, Liberatore, Arrighetti. These are the top matchups here. So, yeah, it's a rough day for strikeouts. I'm not a huge fan of strikeouts anyway, but I just don't know that there's going to be a ton of value on a lot of these guys. Maybe you can. You can go double-check these lines and see what you can find, but home run-wise today, Kurtz, he's so due, man. Kurtz is so due. It's insane. It's like if you shook up a can of soda right before you open the lid. Like, that's where Kurtz is at right now, man. You just need to pop the top and just let it go. Hit it out. Herrera, we're chasing. That's a chase. That's a chase play. Long shot chase play. A lot of good options. I love Dalton Varsho today. I absolutely love Dalton Varsho today. So many guys from this Rays game. Montgomery, Schwarber. A lot of really good options for home runs today. A lot of big name players, too, with some good odds. Suarez, there he is. Suarez, fair value. We have him at +300, so. Yeah, it's shaping up to be a really good Tuesday. I think today's going to be a really good day. I love the slate. So, once again, 1-to-1,000 challenge here. Giving away half the slip if it hits today to somebody who's signed up to rudebets.com. So go sign up, use code RUDE, 25% off any package. any package, weekly, monthly, 3-month, year, any of them. So if you're going to do it, do the 25% off the year. It makes it like the cost of a week, but at a monthly rate. Like, it's insane. So you'll get NFL, NBA, college football, college basketball, MLB. We have a simulation tool like this for all the different sports. So come join. Good luck today, y'all. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. And this video is going up on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, drop a subscription, like, and comment. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Have a good day.